And I'll step behind and follow suit.
Yeah, so you guys head down to the tavern for breakfast that Ushru has ordered for the group of you.
It'll take Brim a little bit to get down there, but when he does, he'll actually be fully decked out and looking very proper and wide awake.
Good.
Okay, the music is apparently fucking possessed for some reason. I keep turning it down and it keeps turning itself up, and the volume control hasn't changed.
My God.
Got a mind of its own.
It's kind of psychotic.
So, as you sit down with Elder Ushru, he tells you, a vision came to me last night. The golden amulet rose to the surface of a pool of blood, and countless hands lunged upward out of the blood to grasp it. In turn, all of the hands fell back until only one remained. The one whose hand claimed the amulet was a handsome man whose curly hair and somber expression was a handsome man with curly hair and somber. He turned to me and said, "They must find me, the ones from the grotto." So tell me, did anything happen to you in that place that would help me understand that vision?
Oh, maybe it has something to do with the necklace that Myeongdong's found.
Pull it out.
Indeed.
We all kind of, sort of saw something similar.
I do believe we saw the one of whom you speak.
And yeah, Brim will relay the vision that he had.
It's fascinating. I don't know who the subject of your vision is, but the fact that it happened to all of you is nothing less than astounding.
Indeed, it must have been some powerful magic that could relay the message to all of us.
Do you have any leads on what to do next with it?
I am afraid that my wisdom knows no place for this occurrence yet.
Well, I don't know that I can be of much help myself, but I might know where you can find more help. There's a town, I'm sure you're all familiar with it, to the south east of here, Bazaksan. It's a grim town. It's under control of the Aurora Watch. Not a pleasant taste of it. But if what you tell me is true, you found a vestige of divergence. An enchanted relic from the time of the calamity known as the Jewel of Three Prayers. People do not stumble upon vestiges without a reason. There's no place in Jorhas where the memory of the calamity lingers more strongly than Bazaksan.
Interesting. Because the name... Oh, good.
I was gonna say, can we back up and get a little bit of background that our characters probably had and we don't on Bazoxton and the group that is supposed to be in control of it?
Let me see what I've got.
Because that's probably going to influence our reactions.
I've got a little of that somewhere. Find it.
I mean, it's probably not going to influence my reaction, but I'm pretty sure Myeong Dunks was a little concerned.
This is
Fucking Myeongdongs.
this is
Have the same reaction either way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yes. Feign ignorance or feign that you know what's going on.
Yeah.
So
Just-
Bazoxen is a military encampment that keeps watch of a temple known as Betrayer's Rise. A instrumental location during the calamity, and the Aurora Watch, I think, is just a portion, something that I think it's a portion of.
So basically, it's a town that's kind of under martial law.
Yeah.
And the you said the amulet is a vestige of the calamity, one of 7 jewels of some
Yeah.
sort.
A vestige of divergence.
Divergence.
A relic from the time of the.
Ah, sure. Will we all happen to know like what these jewels are? These relics? Or is it super cryptic and probably not well known?
Yeah, the knowledge of them is probably not like, just common knowledge amongst everyone. Scholars
Okay.
and things like that certainly would either know or know where to find information about them.
Yeah.
Xerxes might know some stuff on it if it's actually here.
Mm.
Fortunate.
Can you post the spelling of the town and that order
Yep, I saw
as well?
that.
Okay. No worries. Because tonight, I need all the assistance I can get to remember shit.
Fair.
Spelled right, pronounced right, it was Zozin. Actually read this. Bazazin and the Aurora Watch.
Well, obviously it's not Chinese.
No.
Dang it. I was hoping we could fight some Asian.
Well, I was just thinking about Chinese food, but, you
We
want to
can
do some
take
kung
the
fu
Chinese-
fighting, I totally get it.
Yeah. We can kung fu fight them and take their Chinese food after we meet them.
I mean, I'm still pretty solid on we could take them in a land war if they came after us. And I'm pretty sure they could take us in a land war if we came after them.
That seems to be how these things work out these days. But I will say that may be true. However, their citizenship is not armed. Granted, they would be if we were, conducting a land invasion. I'm sure they would just start giving everybody guns like they did in Ukraine. But
Yep. Well, and if they invaded us, we already all have guns, so...
Right.
Yeehaw!
I'm just thinking we're slightly harder as a target than they are. Right.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be giving out guns, and people would go there to get a free one and be like, "Man, this stuff's shit. I got way better stuff than this. Just leave it."
Right. They would be like, "We just go hide in the rice paddy," and we'd be like, "Yeah, y'all come on back to the holler now."
Just riding around on ATVs, shooting at people.
Yep. Or literally, it's like, what the fuck is that attached to the back of the house? It's a makeshift ladder. For what? Well, I got a spotter spot right on up there. For what? In case them reds come on down the road, you know, betwixt here and a mile away, I can get them.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Might take me a shot or two, but I'll do it.
Yep. I got it zeroed in on that there transformer over there. Is that why we have no power right now, Bob? Well, shit, I'm sorry.
I can neither confirm nor deny that is the reason why we are out of power.
Hell, at least Jenny's work.
At least the Jenny's work is good.
But yes, that's why I honestly feel like nobody in their right mind would invade us. The reputations of the rednecks that we have is terrifying enough.
Yeah. I don't think anybody would invade. I think they would just bomb the place if they really felt the need.
Yeah. And if they're going to do that, you know, I would personally like, you know, whoever is in charge of Nashville at the time to piss them the fuck off.
Right.
I don't really feel like wanting to deal with, like, survival in the Fallout. I would much rather prefer to go, oh, look at the pretty bright light.
Yeah. Tell me you don't want to live in a video game in real life.
Pretty much because
don't want to be a Fallout NPC.
Yeah, because I know there's a little bit of a difference between Fallout and Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah, that's fair, probably.
It's like,
probably go out on a limb and say I agree with you on that.
I really don't want to have first, second, and third degree burns over, you know, 90% of my body, have my hair fall out, and have the possibility of my eyeballs having melted out of the fucking eye sockets.
You don't?
I'm weird that way.
What a hooligan this one is.
I know. I'm very old fashioned, you know, just fucking.
I like my eyes.
If you're gonna nuke me, yeah, if you're gonna fucking nuke me, just make me into a shadow on the fucking wall. I'm good.
That's fair. I can see the logic in that.
Yeah.
But I would also say, suit yourself, bud. I want to be a ghoul.
I mean, there is the whole longevity thing.
Yeah, I get to live for 200 years, but
you know, with your luck, you'd become a super mutant.
Yeah, that would probably happen.
So your IQ gets cut in half, but you're big and strong and powerful. And all the women who would be willing to have sex with you are just as ugly as you.
Are just as big and strong and powerful.
Right.
Fair.
Possibly bigger.
A deal,
and with the
a deal is a deal.
And with the mutations, they may have a bigger dick. So
true.
There is that.
Because I hear that with radiation, you might have no dick. That's always an option.
Yep, that is also a possibility. You could find the girl of your dreams with a fine set of titties and an 18-inch long dick.
Hell yeah.
Well, but then again, I mean, that could be a thing. No kink shaming here.
You could be into it. You don't know yet, you know?
You just don't know till you try.
Good Lord above.
God can't save you now.
But but anyhow, So back to the to what the elder was saying. He's saying that there is somebody.
God can't say.
He's saying that there's somebody in Bazazan who would be able to help us to be able to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, there's more likely to be somebody there who would know than in Jigao.
Well, Brim's going to say, well, I'm really not that much of a fan of the Aurora Watch, but do you happen to have a contact there that we could talk to?
Let me think. Maybe
Because Brim really don't want to just, like, walk into a town and be like, yo, got some strange visions. Can you help? No? Alright. Yo, got some strange vision. Can you help? No? Okay. And then hope
do you mean you don't
somebody
want
points us in the right direction.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, but Brim was really wanting to get his hair done, so...
Oh. Well, that's right.
Yeah,
I don't want to take that away from you.
Right, time is of the essence, basically. If we can get that out of the way, then he has time for, you know, maybe a mani-pedi. A little me day. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. Just a little bit of me time.
I do know of someone who might still live in Bezozin that could potentially know something. Should we seek out Foghome? He might be of use.
Fog home?
Yeah, Foghome. All one word.
Okay.
The name Changebringer doesn't have any meaning to you, does it?
No, it doesn't ring any bells to me. I don't think.
Well, this dog whom we shall seek.
Oh, we can head down there this day and we'll see if we can't find some information and then be able to share it with you when we get back.
Excellent.
And between me and you, do you think it's safe for young dunks to be carrying that around?
Your guess is as good as mine. It's probably fine.
Right. Okay.
I'm sure he's willing to accept, probably. Are you not, young dunks?
Yeah, if it makes your manhood change color, or if something falls off, I'm sure we can find a healer or something that will help you with that.
Are you there, Miyok-Dunst?
Oh, there we go. My push talk was kind of broken out. Hello?
Hello.
I can hear you.
Either I was hitting the wrong button, or it was lagging out. I was just saying fine.
You find it amenable? shall press on.
Well, I suppose there's no time like the present. We've got a little bit of a trip to take. And after celebrating at this fine festival, what better way to leave town, right?
Exactly.
Indeed.
You've already bested the toughest competition. Bested now.
Well, maybe we don't go into Razazan with that specific mindset. The Aurora Watcher, not very friendly.
We'll still find a way. Competition.
I could still barely hear Brandon, which kind of makes it funnier.
He's like whispering.
He's like talking to
so
himself.
Quiet. What the fuck? Everybody's so quiet.
Meowdunst is like, it's okay. I'm gonna kick all their asses. You just watch.
Yeah, he's like,
I don't know
Half
why
an
my
inch
mic's so
in.
quiet.
I don't know either. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it wasn't earlier when you were talking.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm confused. I don't know. Maybe it's internet or something. Because I know sometimes people have a hard time hearing me like when lag out. Like when I lag out, it'll make it really
No.
quiet.
You're
sounding
not
fine now.
lagging. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Are you holding the mic closer to your face?
I moved it just a bit closer now.
Yeah, that's
Huh.
probably what it was.
I'm trying to keep it here.
See, like, my mic, I actually have to keep it a distance away. Otherwise, it becomes really awkward because I'll be right in your ear.
Mm.
With playing sweet nothing.
Maybe that's what I want.
like that.
Sweet. So the sweet nothings are optional.
This is Brim Long Oaks ASMR.
Oh, God. Perfect.
Now I see how he gets all the bitches.
Yep, just with a little bit of smooth talking.
And this is the sound of me removing my leathers.
Oh,
You got
God.
a belt buckle.
But because it's like ancient times and everybody wears so much clothes, it just goes on for like 6 minutes.
Right?
Like all the zipping and like sound of leather rubbing and all that stuff.
This is my fourth layer.
Oh, God. It's like I'm so fucking sweaty after this thing.
I am literally sliding out of my clothes now with the sweat.
Oh, God. Bet you didn't know there was
Oh,
something
crap.
cold.
I actually need to peel the layers of leather off now. They have become like a second skin.
I bet you didn't know there was something salted.
I left my chastity belt on. Oh no.
It may be a
Where's
little
the
rusted.
key? A little rusted, oh God.
It's that salty sweat. I
Please
don't-
tell me your experience in lock picking.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you may have just stumbled across a real moneymaker there.
Dude, that's
could-
honestly not a bad idea.
D&D
It's not a-
ASMR.
Yeah, you could do D&D ASMR for OnlyFans.
It's so crazy, it just might work, honestly.
You just might be able to make a little bit of money.
Hmm.
Right?
Somehow manages to become the
This-
largest streamed network of D&D content like around.
Right. This ASMR is to help pay for an important surgery for a very sweet dog.
Yeah,
Hear
yeah,
the
there
bell
you
hit
go.
the floor.
Oh fuck! the
Now
very,
let's
the
get
very
to
next
business.
second. Oh shit! Oh no! Honestly, you'd probably have a pretty high following. I bet some people, if it wasn't too like loud or obnoxious, you probably have some people just listen, just like for fun, just to have something on in the background. You
Just
know?
to have a voice.
Right?
Yep, a lot of people pay just to be able to hear smooth and sexy sounds.
Yeah.
Hey man, I got a radio for I got a voice for radio just like I got a face for radio.
Right? Yeah. I'm right there with you, bud.
Hey.
So, is there anything you all would like to do to prepare for your trip before leaving town?
I think I'm ready.
Considering that I am not wealthy at all right now, I think Brim's biggest thing is going to be spending a little bit of coin and getting some flowers delivered to the lovely ladies that entertained him the prior evening.
All right.
Like a silver purr.
Yeah, yeah.
That should get a very, very nice big bouquet of flowers for them.
Yeah, easy enough to find some lovely flowers to have sent over to them. Not a problem at all.
The big question is, how many silver coins do I have to spend?
Roll a dice.
Roll a d4, yeah?
Oh, it's trying to do 2d4. No, 1d4. There we go.
3d4.
4 silver by the looks of it.
Well, that sounds appropriate for
Yeah.
Grim.
Topped it out.
He is a bit of a ladies' man. Well, I mean, he's a fighter. He's got a very strong physique, and he has a 14 charisma.
And
Like,
he did just
normally
win the
the
Festival
only-
of Merit, so...
Yeah, it's like normally the only chance women have to be able to hook up with something like that is with a paladin, and they don't
Sure.
usually put out. So that and his nice manners.
It all adds up.
Mhm.
It does. And for some strange reason, they just don't mind sharing a bed. So there's never any drama. It's just like, cool.
Well, I will just be spending some coin on stocking up rations and such, and like any other items that I might need for religious purposes and that kind of thing. So
Yeah, rations would be a good thing. It's, as one of the points I was going to get to, it's a considerable walk away, depending on how fast you would like to travel.
What is the distance? That is something important to note.
Yeah, if you're going at a normal pace, it's about a 12 days journey.
oh wow.
With a caravan stop a little bit over halfway. About 2/3 of the way. Travel at a fast pace, it only takes 9 days, or we can travel at a slow pace as well for 15 days. So
we could hook up with a caravan for part of the distance.
It's a not necessarily a traveling caravan. There might be some going in or out, but it's a
like a relay point that we can restock or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a stop along the road.
Gotcha. Well, I think Brim's gonna be Brim, He's only going to get maybe 10-day supply of rations tops. Because obviously he's going to hunt and get all of that while he's out there in the wild.
Your character would probably know this. You're traveling through wasteland for most of this portion of the journey. Hunting.
Oh, okay.
Not impossible, but this isn't forest.
But it would be very, very slim pickings.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna be hunting any deer out here or anything like that.
Okay, in that case, Brim's not going to be somewhat overconfident in his capabilities of hunting food. He's going to be more practical than that. So, yeah, a couple of weeks worth of rations I think would be logical. And how much do they run?
That is a good question. Forgot to look that up. Let's see.
500 gold. We're using a new monetary system.
Crap.
It's called thievery.
Well, I mean, it kind of reminds me of 10 Towns, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
It is 5 silver pieces per day's worth of food and rations.
Okay, so 10 gold, 20 days.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll do the same.
A 20-day supply should be fine.
I'm sure I'll be fine with 10 days of rations or whatever. Or 10 rations I start with. It'll be fine.
Why can I not find rations under items?
Found it.
Should be in there.
No, nothing's popping up for me if I do a search. The one to the right of actors, right?
I don't have it imported. Go to the compendiums, to the items compendium, and search for it there. It should come up.
Damn, these rations weigh a lot.
There we go. Got them shuffled on over there.
Excellent.
And yeah, 2 pounds each. That sounds about right. I mean, you are carrying a day's worth of food per stock of ration.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty rational.
Ration, no. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Got him real good.
Unfortunately, you're irrational.
That's fair. I will accept. I don't make puns all that often. sometimes just feels right.
Alright. Just a moment here. We will have you guys on the road.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Sing it on the track.
Well, while you're getting that set up, I believe it is time for round. I don't know how many, but another round. Yes.
I'll be right back in just a minute.
We
Yeah,
leave
that's
you.
what I was just saying. I will be right back in a minute. even though like Encounters Arrest and New Haxton are probably like strong fishing towns.
Right.
So, you guys begin the process of the very long walk. As you get just a short way outside of town, you run into some familiar faces. 5 of them, to be precise.
Oh, is it the same people we kicked their ass earlier?
Yeah.
Nice.
They see you and approach you as you are walking down the road, and Ao comes up to the group of you, and specifically to Dunst, and heard you guys found something rather interesting in that grotto.
Found another alien. Was apparently not the one that we were supposed to get.
Yeah, but maybe what you found was more interesting.
From what people are telling me, yes. It gave us a vision, but beyond that, I don't know what else it would do.
Tell me, what kind of vision did you get?
And Brim is going to interrupt at this point and say it was actually rather disturbing. There was death and violence and a whole thing about not having to trust others. And he'll casually rest his hand on his staff when he says that last part. With a smile.
Splee will just stand there and kind of, staring at the conversation as it goes on without, like, really revealing any emotion from the bird face, so...
Nocton's just trying to think and remember if that's what he saw in the vision, because it doesn't sound quite right. But he's second guessing himself a little bit now. So he's gonna look really perplexed. Just start thinking really hard. They would know better than I would.
Gotta love me on Dunks.
Yeah.
He's dumb as a stump, but he knows it.
And he owns it, too. He's just like, yeah, maybe I should not speak.
He's aware that he's a little bit of an idiot.
That
I
helps.
think that actually the fact that he's self-aware actually makes him more potent than half of the other characters you played.
Yeah, John's just like, the fourth wall keeps breaking, and I don't know how to make it stop.
At this point,
The
Ao
fourth wall keeps breaking. I only see 3.
Ao says, your friend's face seems to indicate it may not quite be the case.
Are you
Oh, then what
seriously?
is the case?
Are you seriously trying to say that Myeongdunk's face is showing you something other than the standard confusion? And anyhow, we really don't have time for this. We need to go and discuss this with people who actually are knowledgeable on vision, so if you'll excuse us.
To ease any of your doubt, I will say Mjolnir is quite confused most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
On that, Mjolnir is not confused.
yeah, I was about to say, camera pans back over and Mjolnir is just like cramming a whole ration into his mouth, like,
This is. Well, that may very well be true of your friend and all. We're just looking for some adventure, that's all.
Well, then I suggest that unless we require your assistance, you look elsewhere.
So be it.
I'll turn over to Brim and just say, the road is wide, plenty of room to share. I would say camp not shared is a camp less bare. And then kind of gesture towards the road.
True. We are heading over to Brazuzan. And as my companion has said, the road is wide.
Well, if you would have us, we would be interested in walking along with you. See what adventures lie in store for us.
I'll just kind of slowly bow my head and then start walking along the path.
I will follow behind him.
It is a free land, at least until we get to Brazuzan.
However, because I did not stock up on rations, I am going to do my best to look out for food. I've got like 10 days of rations on me.
Do I notice that Mjolnir is doing that by chance?
Give me a perception.
I feel like there's no way I can subtly do that. I'm just gonna be honest.
Subtly hunt.
I don't think it's in my repertoire to subtly look for food. You probably look at me, notice me like looking around, like scanning the environment constantly.
Yeah, he's like looking around, javelin in hand. You know, as if there's gonna be a deer that's gonna pop out from behind a tree any moment.
Hey man, if I eat enough scorpions, it'll count.
In that case, Brim is going to give Mjolnir some assistance. And if necessary, we'll do the survival, with his assistance, depending on which one of us has a better survival roll.
I got a +3 in my survival.
There you go. I will
Surprisingly ain't
offer
bad.
you. I will offer you assistance on what to look for.
Help me find food in the wasteland. Anything that is edible. To preserve rations.
Find the occasional insect here or there. There are some.
Ooh, a fire ant hill!
That's like a lot of little snacks at once.
The food that bites back.
And some vultures flying up high in the sky, much higher than you can throw a javelin.
I'm still gonna probably try.
Yeah, but if you can triangulate where they're circling, you'll be able to find something to eat.
Yeah, like the one flying right here.
Right? Little fuckers.
Follow that bird. I need to eat it.
He's gotta rest sometime.
He's got to come down eventually. He can't sleep up there.
So you guys begin walking along the road.
Yeah, Brim in general just does not trust this other group. They've already shown themselves to be underhanded earlier in friendly competition. No telling what they would do in the real world.
Yep.
But they have Dermot. Dermot would never lead me astray.
I'm glad that Myeongdongst has that connection there.
This is. So you
He got
guys
me
are
through the maze.
walking along. Yeah. Picture for journey across the waste.
Wow.
That's intense.
Indeed.
It is a striking image.
It is a very stark and nasty looking land.
Indeed.
Yep.
So you guys begin walking along, and about half a day into your walk, just off the road ahead, you see a giant corpse of what Galceriad points out as a gloomstall.
How
A
long ago?
gloom
Can I tell how
stalker.
long ago it died?
Yeah, are they edible?
Yeah, can I
Asking
eat
for
it?
a friend, literally.
Can I carve meat off of it to eat?
Give me a survival. I mean, there's technically meat on this, but as you're looking at it, the meat's charred and burnt and tough.
A gloomstalker is like a dragon, right?
Yeah.
It's like jerky.
I suppose that somewhere underneath the charcoal you may actually find some links of jerky.
I'm gonna try and cut behind it to see if I can like dig into it deep, or to see if it's
And-
all charred.
And Brim will help him with, the usual moral support.
Alright, give me another survival check as you try and cut into it. You do seem to find little bits here and there that seem like they are still edible. Not much.
Little bits.
Yeah.
These will make for a nice snack.
Yeah, there's between what's been picked off of it already and what's been burnt beyond any scavenging. Get a small amount. Fortunate.
Yeah, and Brim will also, throughout the journey, as we're finding little bits and pieces like that, he's going to make commentary like, "Oh, hey, that looks really good. Perhaps I could give you a portion of my rations for that," and basically drop himself down to like 2/3 rations or something along those lines. to help Young Dunks out.
If I
Cover the
could,
rations.
before we move on, I don't know. Maybe it's super obvious, but I was just kind of looking to see if I could tell what it was that killed the Gloomstalker. Since I'm obviously kind of retarded, right?
You see it's riddled with broken arrow shafts. Best guess is that probably had something to do with it.
Gotcha.
So if you're flying, you're dying.
Damn. They're getting ruthless out here.
It's a flyby shooting.
It sucks because I can fly, so this is important information for me.
Right?
So you guys continue on and set up camp after a while longer's walk.
Okay.
Your traveling companions agree to aid with the watch shifts, but they all go rather uneventfully. Rather fortunate for this evening.
That is good. And while we are basically camping together, we will all pitch in to help one another with getting tents set up and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty obvious that you either work together in this land or you die.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would agree. While we're out here, like, is our little traveling group here, like, do they appear to be making any attempt to, like, make conversation or anything like that, or are they kind of just sticking to themselves?
Yeah.
You're just trying to hook up with Ao, aren't you?
Yo.
Speak for yourself, man. These seem like the thoughts that you would be having right now.
Well, I mean, it's not a half a dozen comely women over there, so no.
Him? Never.
Him, maybe. If I'm really drunk. And he puts on a wig.
And he speaks like a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they do interact with you, talk along the way as much as you guys will talk back with them, and yeah, that sort of thing always makes the travel go by faster.
Brim's not going to be very conversational. He will basically listen in and he'll interject every once in a while. But other than that, he's going to basically just kind of listen and keep an eye out.
Okay. Did either of the other two of you have anything specific you wanted to ask them about, talk to them about, anything of that sort?
Not specifically.
Okay.
I will ask them how their troop got together.
One of the things where how any adventuring party comes together, we just kind of fall into each other's laps, and one moment you're going at things alone, next thing you know, you got a group of people working with you.
That is generally how I find companionship in the evening.
Are you all from this same continent, from nearby, or are you from far and distant lands?
Um, let's. Um, they go around and say, I believe they are all from most from this side of this.
Interesting. Um, so Splee will just kind of like come right out and just, ask just to see if anyone, if they're gonna kind of keep playing coy at the whole adventure thing, or if they're gonna, talk about what they know. But why is it that you really seek to join us on this quest with a vision? What do you seek to gain from it?
Um, uh, Io's the one that answers that. She says, nothing in particular. I've just always wanted to go on an adventure, you know? Do something interesting.
You've never been outside of your towns,
Oh,
other than to travel to another town?
yeah, we've not. I mean, we've been on, small adventures, but never anything big, anything real.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Sure.
Find a mate. Someone whose life makes yours better. Settle down. Have a dozen kids. You'll find it's much more enjoyable than the dangers that can be ahead in an adventure.
And why don't you do that then?
Because there's nobody that would have me. For the night, sure. But for the long term, not really. And the way I used to live, I can't anymore. So I live the way that I do now.
I'm sure there's someone out there for you. Gotta find them.
Perhaps.
By the way, whatever your goal is on the road, most that seek adventure are far more often than not running from something. Every step they take forward out on the path is a step further away from whatever's chasing them.
And when Splee makes that observation, Brim is going to look up and say, well, I believe it is time for me to get some rest. I'm sure one of you can take first shift. Wake me up for mine.
I will stand watch.
I will take the second watch.
Alright. Yeah, so you go through your rotation of shifts. All's quiet and uneventful. The sun begins to rise once again. You guys set out and hit the road. A whole other day passes completely uneventfully. Goes by. And on the third day, as you're walking, you see something off in the distance.
What is that
Uh,
ahead?
Someone roll me 3d6. Trying to see how far away. Yeah, so about 1,000 feet away. Um, you see a Gloomstalker, very much alive this time. Seems to be antagonizing a pair of mammoths that are trying to move across the way.
How far away is it?
It's about 1,000 feet right now.
Okay. Not really a lot that we can do about it, so we'll keep moving in the same general direction. But if we get within striking distance of my bow, um, let me know, and I will open up.
Okay.
I mean, at 600 feet, I can have disad, but it might still be distracting.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's just attacking two mammoths, correct?
It was just attacking two mammoths, actually. It struggles to take down the mammoths. So that after a few minutes of watching it do that, it gives up doing that and turns its attention to something new that it.
That be us?
Yes.
I think it's coming for us.
I think you are correct.
Seems we
Excellent
had
powers of observation. And notching an arrow into his bow, Brim looks up and says, "Here, birdie, birdie."
I will pull out Barbara and ready to attack if it gets in range.
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative.
I feel like that's close.
That's a little bit away.
Just a bit.
I couldn't see what the distance was.
About 500. Is that
gotta be at
300 or
least more than
500?
10.
Oh, it's within range. Got it.
It's
315.
at least more than 10.
About 350, okay.
Yeah, it's about 300 feet away.
Okay, about 300.
How high is it up vertically?
Oh, that's a good question. It is probably about 200 feet up right.
I'm gonna hold my. I'm basically gonna prepare to swing if it comes into range.
Okay.
I'm just moving 30 feet closer and holding my axe ready.
Brim.
If it's within 600 total feet,
Yeah, it is within 600. A little bit
Okay.
over 300.
In that case, I'll see if I can say howdy to it.
Really do say.
Oh my god.
Disadvantage
What a shot.
shot. Missed it for 7 points of damage.
Excellent. That should get its attention. Now, do I have extra attack yet? Don't think I do. I think I'm still 1 attack per turn.
Level 5. Level 5's when
Yeah,
back.
that's exactly what I was getting ready to say. All right.
Okay, so lovely shot by Brim. Splee, it is your turn if you'd like something.
I'm going to take flight and move a little ways away here.
Okay.
We move 50 feet. It should be about there, I think.
Okay.
And I'm just going to take the ready action to ready Sacred Flame, the cantrip, to cast whenever the Gloomstalker is within 60 feet of me.
Alright, we'll see if he can get that close, sister. Xerxes is going to ready a fire bolt at 120 foot range.
That sounds dangerously reasonable. There we go. My music was not playing.
So cool. Okay, how do I get rid of it? Okay.
You never do.
Apparently not.
It's just out of range for you, but I think it is just barely within range of Percy. So she's gonna firebolt. And her attack misses.
What the hell?
Irvin can't do much at this distance. Neither can he, actually. He was going to take a longbow shot.
And badly misses.
Gonna try again. And misses not quite as terribly. Meactons, you've been given guidance by Dermot. Good hit. Right?
Oh my god.
Maggie. Word. Have anything range? Just roll. Hold action. Meowctons.
I'm just gonna keep running 30 feet and holding my axe up ready to swing if it gets within range.
Okay. Grim.
Okay. Brim doesn't need to get any closer to be able to hit, but he is actually going to just simply walk as he's aiming.
Okay.
And he's going to fire off another shot, trying to hit this thing.
Not quite as good as your first shot.
No, not at all.
Splee.
Lee is just gonna fly just close enough. I think that's close enough. Oh, nope, never mind. Sorry. I thought I was closer than I was. Let's try over here.
Further. Yeah.
Okay. And then go ahead and send a spell here real quick. Fuck. And then I'm going to use the remainder of my movement, which is probably about 25, I'm thinking. Yeah, 25.
Yeah, I think so.
To move basically back where I came from.
Alright. Percy's gonna move a little bit further forward. And try Firebolt. Horrible attack roll. Misses.
Yeah, guys, I've got to drop off the call for just a second here to call Olivia real quick. Say goodnight. I will be back. But
Okay.
go ahead and take your turns.
Okay.
Fight more spot. And let's try a claw attack. Lee gets hit for 19.
Boy.
Yay! Oh no!
Irvind begins dashing up. Alright. Okay. So the Galceria tries to pull the Gloomstalker back away from Splee. It fails, but it does a little bit of damage. I try longbow again from AO. And finally a hit from her. 12 points of damage. Can't heal at this range, but he tries that. A little bit of damage. Dragon. Boomstalker. And Maggie's gonna be up. Mjölkdans.
All right. Time to swing.
Very nice.
Yeah.
10 points of damage. Bit.
Okay. Grim is going to move forward once more and attempt to fire again. If possible, though, he is going to attempt to get this Gloomstalker's attention. Basically try to irritate or anger it to wanting to come after him.
Okay.
I'd like to be able to try to kind of intimidate it into that, if that's possible.
Yeah.
Don't know if it is with a creature.
Let's roll, see if you hit with your attack first, and
Alright.
we'll go from there. If you want to try an intimidation check on that, I will be at
I'll wait until I can actually pin this thing. It's really irritating me that I can't hit it.
Yeah, you had that one lucky shot at the very beginning.
Yes. And it's like, this is not my specialty. I want this thing in hand-to-hand combat range so I can actually whoop up on it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. He is not back. I will act on his behalf. He's going to disengage and fly away. Somewhere over there. Let's see. Percy up. Firebolt. Nobody can hit. There we go. Alright, Maggie, Xerxes, Brim, Galceriad, Ao are all paralyzed until the end of the Gloomstalker's next turn. And play.
Hello?
I've returned.
Hey.
You died. What do you want for a new character?
Yeah, that's what I figured. Honestly. I do look like I'm not feeling too well. So.
You took a claw attack.
Apparently, I'm not as dexterous in the sky as I'm like.
This is. Yeah, you took a claw attack, and several people around are paralyzed until the end of the Gloomstalker's next turn.
I'll say. That's what I like to hear.
Skeleton's gonna go attack Irvin. And miss, so Irvin's gonna attack back. For a couple of points of damage. Let's see, Galceriad's paralyzed his turn. Skeleton here is gonna come.
Got a bad feeling about this. That's where I happen to have wound up in this fight.
Hits you for 3 points of damage. Let's see. Give Ao's paralyzed. Gold. Jamot succeeded. He's going to run over and put some healing on Lee. Feeling quite a bit
Damn.
better. Maggie's paralyzed. Skeleton's gonna come over here and attack Irvin. Dunst, it is your turn.
Time to rage.
Real angry now.
Brrr. Badly injured. I'm just gonna attack it regularly. I'm real angry. God damn.
Points of damage. Very nice.
This.
Another skeleton's gonna try and attack you, Dunst.
Ooh.
Is let's Brim is paralyzed this turn. Is not paralyzed. See, it is your turn.
What? Um. For the old, see him hit him with one of the old. Go ahead. Oh, fuck. Off into the wolves.
This is a nice attempt.
Not really. It's okay. You don't have to sugarcoat it. All right.
Cersei is paralyzed this turn. And at the end of this guy's turn, everyone will be unparalyzed. That's not gonna be that easy. Going to got something poking him from behind. That has his end.
Oh dear God. Where's the rape whistle? Oh dear God.
I believe the first thing that they do is force you to swallow it.
Oh dear God. All I can do now is whistle when I try to talk.
You are grappled and restrained. Dunst.
God. Arrgh. Get me out of here.
So that means your speed is 0. And attack rolls against you have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage.
So what you're saying is there's still a chance.
Yes.
Indeed. Allow for some opportunity again. To move over here. Try and take this. As the Gloomstalker dies, the skeletons crumble and Miyokdunst, you're released from its grasp.
I'd like to loot the body of its meat. I can't let that go to waste. I'll just look over at Irvin. Thank you. And get right to carving.
Okay, give me a survival check.
I will
this-
assist.
Can I
him
get
with it.
advantage for carving one before? God, that's pretty good already.
Yeah,
For having already carved one open.
with the assistance, you can have advantage.
I could use the guidance in the first one. I think I fucked it up. Put the guidance in the first one. Then
Yeah.
take away my guidance.
Yeah, roll a d4.
Hell yeah, 25. We're eating good tonight.
Yeah, you get, a couple of nicely sized Gloomstalker steaks off of it.
Oh,
Not
was I
exactly
able to recover my arrows by chance?
I'll say you're able to find back 3 of them. I don't remember exactly how many you fired, but I think 3 sounds about right. Finding them.
Okay. Good deal. Thank you.
These will make fabulous dinner.
Yeah, so not exactly tasty, but you do get some Gloomstalker steaks.
I cast healing word on old Miyokdonst to just in case we get attacked again. Maybe he's got a few more points there.
Probably a good
Good,
idea.
good.
Shall we get back onto the road?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
Flea is gonna move, kind of fly a ways away to where the Bloomstalker came from, and see if I can see where the bodies of the mammoths went down at.
I think it killed the mammoth. I think it gave up.
If it killed. Oh yeah, that's right. Did
Yeah,
give up?
it gave up, and the mammoths are at this point long.
Very good. Just looking for more. Just looking for more food for old Miyokdonst over here to enjoy.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
he's gonna
trying to-
kind of need it.
Yeah, I was about to say, just trying to hook a brother up here, just in case one of those died from its blood loss. So I was just trying to get ahead of the game.
I mean, mammoth steak's pretty tasty from what I understand, so.
Right.
This is
I'll return and say to the rest of the group, "You all have fought well. Is everyone in good shape?"
Moderately.
I'm fine.
Is the band that we are traveling with looking good? Are they fine?
Irving got a little bit hurt, but not too bad. I think you and Miyokdunst took the worst of it.
Copy that.
Yeah, you took the first hit, and then I took the next hit, basically, from it.
Gotcha. Very well. Onward.
So you guys continue your trek southward. That evening, you set up camp once again, cook up your Gloomstalker steaks. Realize that you miss actual
They're
steaks.
not just for breakfast anymore.
But it is food nonetheless, and nice to have.
And intermingling that along with the rations, I'm sure will make things slightly more edible.
Mm-hmm.
Or it might just make the rations slightly less edible. I don't know.
Hard to say.
um. Yeah, as you guys are sitting camped at night, Maggie pulls out a dragon chest. Join her.
I would be willing to play.
All right. Yeah, so she sets it up. You guys sit down and enjoy a browsing game of Dragon Chess. While it's going on, she makes conversation about battle tactics. How she overwhelmed foes, right? Saying that people who fight fair don't win.
She's not entirely wrong.
And we will speak up and say, if you've ever entered into a battle and it feels that you have entered into so,
You are fading in and out.
Yeah, he kind of faded out there.
no! You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Now we can.
So we will just say, indeed, if you have ever entered into what feels like a fair fight, then the fight has been like already.
Well said. Go ahead and give me an intelligence. He's gonna roll one as well, and whoever is higher wins this game of Dragon.
Well, it ain't me.
Jesus Christ.
Can
Did you forget how
Can
to
I-
play Dragon Chess?
I re-roll again for wisdom?
Not this time.
I was too busy thinking of witty,
Oh my
wise
god.
things.
She barely beat you.
She was also too busy coming up with witty sayings.
I can play
Obviously,
that game.
your horrible playstyle threw her so badly that she almost lost. Trying to
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
out what the fuck you were doing.
She was so confused.
And at the very end, she's like, oh, this isn't a clever strategy. He's just an idiot.
The whole time she thinks there's like some master plan going on. She can't figure it out.
Mhm.
Like, wait, he's just moving random pieces.
Either that or rolling the 2 right now is all part of the long-term strategy to get.
Maybe it's a con.
You're catching on.
You never know. You never know. Just saying. Never put all your cards out. You know what I'm saying?
So you guys have another relaxing evening. Before you set out once again, let's
Moorbounder Mayhem. As opposed to less Bounder Mayhem.
Uh, there. Custom. So you guys do get a long rest. Happens. So the next day, as you're walking along, uh, you hear a wild yell, and off in the distance you see what seems like a person riding a beast that you all would know as a moorbound. Person's hanging on for dear life as a creature snarls and bucks about, and you see two other moorbounders circling this imperiled person, ready to pounce as soon as the rider falls off his.
What are they doing fighting? They're crazy.
Does this kind of remind you of the competition that we had?
I'm afraid I do not remember which competition this is. I don't think I was there for that session.
You were not there for that.
Yeah, we had a turtle race.
It's gut.
Oh, yeah.
The turtles weren't very cooperative.
Ah,
One of
turtles are
them,
not down for being raced.
one of them dropped Xerxes in one shot.
Oh shit,
Yeah, they were.
them some real turtle.
Yeah.
Yes.
So are moorbounders a creature that I would recognize, like character-wise? They kind of look like some kind of large cat slash fucking like boar mix almost.
Looks like a tusked panther.
Yeah, it looks
Right.
like a tusked panther. Yeah, it's something you would all be at least familiar with. There are no of them, sort of thing. The same way
They're
that
predatory creature.
yeah,
Okay.
the same kind of thing as a real life jaguar or something. You all know what those are, but you've probably not run into one in the.
Sure. Okay.
Milk duns.
Is this actually a cliff ledge or?
Yeah, it's about a 5-foot drop. Maybe closer to 10.
Can I like run and do a jumping attack at this one?
Sure, why not?
Arr.
Give me an athletics check as you do so.
Colin's like, perfect. I thought you never asked.
Is that
Yeah,
enough
well-
to at least get a standard attack off?
Yeah, you can get a regular attack off of that.
Arr. That's all I got.
From the back of his or bounder that he's riding, fire off an arrow. Like an arrow. Dermot with magic comes in and casts Searing Wrath on it for quite a bit of damage. Darcy does a whole lot of nothing. Gonna try and Crystal Moorbounder's gonna try and knock the rider off. Attack him. That rider is now dying.
Oh shit!
Ah, sucks to suck, kid.
When you say dying, it says dead, but isn't like they're rolling for.
Yeah, in this
Fucking
case, I
death
will.
save.
Yeah, I will have them be rolling for death save. It just automatically does that because you're.
Okay.
But they are still rolling death saves, and much speed.
B will do something. Like this.
All right.
Oh, I-
That scout is now stable.
Cool. Trying to stay out of the way a little bit. And given the fact that I'm flying, would I be able to go ahead and drop down just enough to touch them and then climb back up just enough to be out of the attack range? Be vertical, like 15 feet maybe?
Yeah, I would say,
And
yeah, if you come down and back up right there, you could do it without getting in.
Sweet.
Okay, he's gonna run up over here and fire off a longbow. Yeah, so Brim, now your turn.
Okay. I believe that Brim is going to make a solid charge. And he's going to see if he can't get that one critter's attention. Definitely not with the main strike, but maybe with the butt strike.
Yeah, the second one works a bit better there. Let's see. This Moorbounder's gonna gently pick up its rider in its mouth and carry the body after disengaging. It's gonna try and back up. Maggie's gonna come slam this one with the hammer. Points of damage. It dies. Milk dunce.
I'm gonna swing at this. Clobbered time.
Conscious. That's going to try and show this one is wrath, but fail. Firebolt. First she's gonna try a firebolt again. Actually hits this time. 7 points of damage. This one is turning his attention to Brim. It seems his attack worked. And this Moorbounder is hits for one attack for 15 points of damage. Let's see. Galceriad hits for 14 points of damage, and Splee, it is your turn.
Just gonna fly over here and give this guy the old stabby stab. And is there any way? Oh, whoops. Guess I needed a quick other thing. I was gonna do that as a versatile attack, which is the D8. But, it's okay.
It worked out the same way.
Yeah. Dead is dead.
Yep.
Stab.
Oh boy.
Wait, did you just kill the tame one?
I think he did.
Oh, I didn't realize that was the tame one. Sorry.
Oh boy. You could explain it to the writer.
It'll be a fun conversation.
Or, you just let the writer die at that point.
Oh no, she's dead. I don't know what happened.
It is your turn.
But I could have sworn I cast Spare the Dying. Yeah, and then I cast Spare the player character from having an awkward conversation.
You said spare the undying. I thought you said spear the dying. Oh.
Yeah, I can always do a Spare the Dying on the creature too, I guess.
The creature is not so fortunate to have death saving throws. It is just.
Oh god, we don't
Damn,
have that kind of technology.
it was that good of a stab, huh?
Yep.
Oh, man, and I was actually going to use Intimidate on that one. Damn. I intimidated it to death.
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry. For some reason, the color of the border on the creature the same? For some reason, I looked at it, it looked like the same. But,
No.
Oh well.
The color of the creature's token is different even.
I see that now. Gotcha.
I mean, if your intention wasn't to harm an innocent creature that was trying to protect the writer, I mean, I'm sure Colin would let you retcon that.
Yeah.
Mistake was made. I'll live with it.
You stabbed him through his eye. I don't think he's making a recovery.
You straight up poked its brain out the other side of its head, man.
As it stands, all the more riders are dead, tame and not tame, and the scout is currently stable but unconscious.
We shall feast tonight.
Right.
I'll start carving this one.
Give me a survival check.
Man, we are really running into a lot of meat sources out here that I was not expecting.
You guys hit like all of the big ant counters first.
See, I didn't even need to buy rations. I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, so
Rations would have weighed me down.
you get, some nice, like quarters, chopped up.
Am I gonna have to roll survival for all three, or are we just gonna count that good for all three?
We'll just count that good for all. Are you butchering up the tamed one?
It's fucking dead.
Give me another
Fucking
survival.
psychopath out here.
Give me another survival for that one, just because I want to see how badly.
Oh, it's pretty average.
Oh yeah, not.
It's not horribly butchered, but it's not the prettiest or most efficient. I just gotta finish up before the rider wakes up. That's all. Oh no, you're bringing him too.
Hit Brim with some healing word, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit fucking the dead rider or the hurt rider with some healing word as well. I guess.
Okay.
Let me target it, but I'll roll a d4 plus.
Yeah, just go ahead and. What? Yeah, so as Dunst is in the middle of butchering, its rider wakes
fuck.
up.
He wasn't done yet.
He looks absolutely mortified.
Everyone roll initiative. We gotta fight the rider now. No witnesses.
That's really not much of a fight at that point.
Just kill the rider again.
Hey, at least I didn't
Die.
say. At least I didn't say it after that one.
Um, after healing the rider, while Myong Tunst is going to work, I'll just go over and like take a knee and rest, lean against my spears, stood in the sand and apologize. I'm sorry. In heat of battle, your ride was targeted by myself. I apologize from above. Distinguished Admiral. I slay it.
And he just looks distraught. Like I spent years training him. So that's gone.
You have my sincerest condolences. What may we do to make up for this action?
Here, you can have the meat if you want.
And he rolls a nat 1 on it too.
So he says
Nice.
it in the creepiest fucking Myeongdong's voice that he can. With his hands like dripping entrails and just blood and gore.
Oh my god.
You want the meat to keep as a keepsake.
Oh Jesus Christ!
The
I
rider
could make fur cloak for you. You can wear its
I
skin.
can make it so he always keeps you warm.
The rider proceeds to vomit at the sight.
Oh shit! I'm gonna turn to Myak Dunst and say, Myak Dunst, I think you should.
Sorry, you cut out there. What was that?
Myak Dunst, I think you should leave it alone. The worst has been done.
I am almost done carving.
I think you stop.
The rider just continues to look at the beach dock.
We will prepare. What was its name?
It was rice pudding.
Did you say rice pudding?
Yes, yes, I did.
Very well. And inscription shall be named at its site. And then I'll go ahead and just fucking go off, fuck off to my little
All I
house. I'm
imagine
over here.
is just seeing a tombstone. I dedicate this tombstone to rice pudding. Long may it live in our hearts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go find a spot where the ground is even remotely soft and start digging, I guess.
It takes you a little bit of work to actually find this place that's soft enough to dig. But you do manage to find one and dig a hole big enough for what's left of it.
No, that fur idea wasn't a bad idea. Maybe I should kick the fur off of the other two. I could sell that for money.
If you want to do that, give me another survival check.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was about to roll another one.
You get a couple more very nice looking,
Pelts.
more bounder pelts.
Woo! I'm sure these will sell for quite a lot.
Then after a while of digging and preparations, you get the remains of the buried and prepare yourselves to move on.
Jesus fucking Christ, Scott.
After that, I'm just like whatever fucking time is left in the day. I'm gonna assume that we're chalking it up to a camping site here as well.
I'm
But
thinking that there's
I
going to be
figure
a
this would
lot
take
of meat to
multiple
process.
hours to get done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he's accurate on
But
that. It's going
that
to
being
take
said,
several.
tell me
It's
how
going to
much
take
time is
several
left.
hours.
Yeah,
actually
this
cook it all.
you ran into this whole encounter in the morning. So if
I'm
you,
sorry, my earbuds just disconnected and I didn't hear them.
you ran into this whole encounter in the morning. If you have to stick around for a
Okay.
while to process it, it'll delay your trip by a little bit. Add an extra
But
day
we'll
on.
have several days worth of food and
Lot
a
of meat.
really grossed out more rider.
You might need to
I mean,
watch her
it's
when we sleep. Otherwise, we might have to be burying an acacra. What's it called?
Aarakocra.
Might have to be burying one of those in the morning.
Yeah, we might.
I mean, and I hate to bring this up as you guys are getting ready to drag the corpses into their burial pits. You know, those tusks are probably pretty useful.
You know, you're gonna
You're
save
probably
some.
right.
I mean, obviously not the ones on the tame one. That's just cruel.
Yeah.
But the other two, I mean, that's 4 tusks.
Yeah, that'll be useful
I-
Got
somewhere.
a point, you know.
I would
4
be
points,
happy.
actually.
I would be happy to assist Myeongdunst in removing them.
Yeah, I'll get those.
Yeah, give
take
me
the
a
tusks off.
another survival check to remove those.
Do I get
You're like-
advantage because I'm getting help from?
Yeah.
from-
Yes.
What the god? Savage.
Okay, it's a little bit of struggle to cut them off. You don't exactly have a bone saw with. But you get them off mostly intact.
Yeah, and Brim is just like right after Myeongdunst is finished, and it's like he's getting ready to put away his tools and everything. Brim's gonna be like, I don't know. What do you think about those claws?
Just keeps going, huh?
I mean, they might fetch a pretty penny somewhere. I have no idea. I mean, how common are these creatures?
That's a great question. I don't.
I mean, they're not super uncommon.
Okay, so then just the tusks.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably tusks and pelts. Pelts would be enough to get a little bit.
Yeah.
Of cream.
Yeah, the claws are probably too common.
Yeah, they're the kind of things where these may very well be the only ones of these you encounter this trip, but they're not exactly hard to find if for them.
Now, if Brim was a murder hobo, he would just go out and look for a den, kill the mother, and then let the rider know, hey, there's kits over here.
Just take home and you get a new one.
Find the den of the 2 that we killed. Look for the children.
Slaughter all of them but one.
Not just the men, but the women and the children
and the
too.
children too. Oh my fucking god, dude.
It's devolving rapidly.
The whole campaign from here forward just becomes a quest to find all of them.
We must make this an endangered species.
Yeah, either that or enslave the species, either way.
Jesus.
Basically, after a while, Brim's going to go over to the rider and kind of sit down next to him and say, I would like to offer my condolences and my most sincere apologies for the actions of my colleagues. In the heat of battle, I believe he was a bit confused and thought that the beast was attempting to eat you.
Yeah, I suppose that's a mistake anyone could make.
He has not run into many of these beasts, and seeing the group of them like that with you hanging on for dear life, looking like you were in danger from the beast you were on, let alone the other two, I think he got very confused.
He just
So, tell me, how exactly were you able to tame one to begin with? It must have been quite a feat.
lots and lots of time. Found this one when it was wounded and to help nurse it back to health. Stuck with me after that.
Hmm. A good companion, I can see.
He was.
Perhaps we could find you a kit.
Would be nice, but not the season for them now.
Hmm. Well, finding a wounded one for you to tame again, I think would be more of a challenge, but getting a kit come season, I think it would be doable.
Possibly.
If I'm still alive at that point, we should seek each other out, and I will help you.
He nods.
Um, we will return to the campsite in silence and just sit on the far side of wherever the fucking fire is at, and just yeah, be quiet. Just kind of sit
And
there.
as we roast its flesh over an open fire.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie, now that's a tender subject.
But I'm tink.
Yep.
Hey, it's that time of the year for some Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, it sure is actually. First time I ever saw Rocky Horror Picture Show was actually at a drive-in.
Oh
Pretty
wow!
cool.
Hey, that's pretty legit.
Yes.
I've gone to entirely too many of them.
Hey man, drive-ins are a lot of fun. Hard to
Oh,
argue.
not the drive-in. I'm talking about Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh.
I've been to enough that I get a great big red S on my cheek.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which stands for slut.
Sure.
V on the forehead means you've never seen it before. That's for virgin. You have to sit in the back row.
Oh really?
Yeah, where do the virgins go? In the back row. Like I said, I've seen it too many times.
Fair. Nothing wrong with that.
I think you all should get the fuck out. Come inside. We don't care where you come, just as long as you clean it up. Follow the bouncing thumb.
So you guys camp again for the remainder of the day that evening. Before
Yes.
you hit the road once again.
The smell of the cooking flesh has caused all of the creatures from the wasteland to come at you at once. Fuck!
This is
Right. In the morning, I will go to the remedy and say, uh, if your intention is to travel the road, I gladly offer any services I may provide on the way and pay any cost.
I'm really not sure what my plans are at this point. I appreciate the offer. I think at this point I just need to figure out what comes next. You all the best in
Well,
whatever you do.
wish you the best and safety on the road as well. And perhaps if you need more time to think, I could buy you another day at least in the wilds or two. Then I'll give 2 of my rations to the person.
Thank you. It'll help. Travel will be slower without it. Without him.
Indeed, I am sure it will. I cannot even begin to accept the depths of my sorrow at this mistake.
He nods and sets off, heading northward. And you guys hit the road once again, heading.
This is now 3 days we've been on the road, correct?
You've had a. It's closer to 7 at this.
Oh, okay, that's right. She had a few that passed
Yeah.
unbeknownst, yeah, pretty calmly.
So, as you guys are camping, your last night out in the wilds before you hit Emerald. Everyone, give me a perception.
Damn. Fucking shitty rolls tonight.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, so, Brim, you're the one who noticed this. Sitting around on your watch, and suddenly, the smaller of the two moons, the small red one, flare bright red. It had only been a slim crescent throughout the night, but it is suddenly now very full.
Huh.
Fortunate side effect of you are all cursed for 24 hours and have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws.
Oh,
Wow.
you just had to notice the fucking moon, huh?
Well, if I hadn't, we would have still been cursed.
Mm-hmm.
No, I choose not to believe that. Actually, it's definitely your fault.
But I
reject
can
your reality,
share-
substitute my own.
See, but the thing is I can share that knowledge, thus allowing each of you to actually understand the reason why we're having such a rough time.
This is
That's too scientific for me. I prefer the whole quantum entanglement, where because you noticed it, because you observed it, that's why.
Like a toddler gets hurt if you don't acknowledge it, it doesn't actually happen.
Exactly. No, I'm just kidding. I will take note of this, though, the fact that fucking moon is cursing us.
Mm-hmm.
Would we
Yeah.
contextually know what the name of this moon is by chance?
Yeah, Ruidus.
Ruides?
Yeah, Ruidus. It's there in the chat
Ah,
window.
Ruin us. And yeah, I'd actually like to see if Brim knows anything either religious or historical that would take precedent for having something like this happen, like if it's ever happened before, that kind of thing,
Give me
or if it's something that's
yeah.
taught.
History check. You don't recall anything that any previous recordings of this sort of behavior. Rather unusual.
I would share that information with the rest of the party, but then they would want to do checks too, and they'd be at a disad. So maybe after this day's over.
Wait, you don't want me to make disadvantageous checks on something I don't know anything about?
No.
Oh,
Although that would probably be when you would get a double nat 20.
yeah, probably. I actually know the entire history behind it by heart.
And can even explain why we are being cursed.
Exactly.
And it turns out it is because I noticed the damn moon.
Yeah, that's all it was. If you don't acknowledge the moon, it doesn't acknowledge you.
You fool! What have you done?
Now you're cursed for the rest of your life.
Now the moon's
Son
gonna
of a
follow
bitch.
us around and shit.
It'll be there every night, staring at us.
Menacingly.
Even when we can't see it, it'll be there.
It's just the thought of it. It's enough.
That would be hysterical. Mionk Dunks would suddenly be like, well, you see, with Mercury in retrograde.
He's a fucking Rain Man.
Yeah, he just
Apparently.
like grunts all the time, and then all of a sudden when you start discussing astrology, he's like, well, you see.
It's really very simple.
During my time at Oxford,
Took 4 classes on this.
right?
It's actually Professor Mionk Dunks. He taught astrology.
He taught astrology. Oh god.
One thing he might actually be qualified to teach.
Got him.
Well, it is 10 o'clock. I think this might be a good spot to pause for the evening.
Sounds good.
And we will pick up next week as usual.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Sounds awesome. Thank you very much for hosting, as always, Colin.
Yeah, it was fun.
Have a good one.